Let's talk about CD Projekt Red stock. This interesting Polish video game developer has a market cap of 13 billion zloty. In US dollars, that's only 3 billion. So it's a small cap company with some interesting IPs, some unstable financial results. We will take a look at financials, compare it to peers, and then talk quickly about project roadmaps and some potential spikes in share price that can come from this. If we take a look at past history here on share price, we can see that in 2020 the company had an all-time high. And as you will see, this correlates with the release of the game Cyberpunk 2077. So in terms of financial performance, we can see that when this game released, they had a fantastic years. And in years prior to that, they were a bit unstable. However, here in 2015, they had a smash hit, The Witcher 3. And in terms of sales revenue, they were not even close to that of Cyberpunk 77. So this company is clearly on an upwards trajectory if we model out this linearly. In terms of profitability, it's all good. It's a software company. However, their monetization model is way behind competitors such as EA. They don't really have microtransactions, skins, as a service subscriptions like, for example, World of Warcraft from Blizzard. So in terms of monetizations, there's much wanting to be had from shareholders. Now, let's talk about potential spikes in share price. As we could clearly see from history, a big spike correlated with the release of this game that of course saw massive numbers in revenue. And if we take a look at the project roadmap, we can see that a remake of a Witcher game is coming here. And we can also see an expansion to Cyberpunk 2077 being scheduled for this year, as well as some other amazing titles. I say amazing because there's a Netflix series that's correlating to the Cyberpunk universe called Edgerunners. We see a Netflix series about the Witchers. These are brands that are only gaining in popularity. They are strong brands. The Witcher was played by Henry Cavill here in the past, used to play Superman. So it's a familiar name that people are starting to recognize more and more. And I think that this will have an impact on sales when the video games come out. So it will be interesting to see. I think that they have the potential to break sales records from Cyberpunk 2077 here in the future, as this small cap company has a lot of room to grow. In terms of monetization, take a look at their competitors here, EA, how stable revenue is, up 6.9% year over year here in December quarter. And then we can see 1.8 billion here, up 35%, 1.77, 13%, and then 1.9 billion here. So revenue is stable, predictable, and shareholders love this. That is why, if we take a look at the graph here for EA, let's zoom out a bit more, we can see a clear upwards trajectory and it's quite volatile, but clearly an upwards trajectory with this subscription model, with the loot boxes, with the monetization that's giving stable, predictable financial results that analysts love. Analysts love it when you can predict revenue into the future. And take a look at the clear contrast here to the financial summary of CDPR. Sales revenues are all over the place and clearly spiking with the releases of games. If we take a look at another competitor, Ubisoft from France, they're doing, for example, Assassin's Creed. They also have this type of model with unpredictable revenue, and their share price is absolutely hurting. Down a lot right now compared to EA, for example, that has this other monetization model. But in terms of the future for this company, let's just summarize quickly some new games that can cause share price to potentially spike, and the potential to implement a better monetization model for shareholders in the future that can cause absolutely massive growth if this is the case. So an interesting opportunity way out in Poland. You can find it on the Robinhood app if you're in America. And if you're in Europe, well, then your broker needs to have a deal with the Warsaw Stock Exchange here to do trading there. That's been it for this video, and as always, I hope you make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.